What's up, Ernan's Life? Look, I just finished watching the Lomachenko versus Lopez fight. I watched all 12 rounds. I'm going home now. I watched it on the fifth floor parking structure. I bought this projector. Got to watch the entire fight. This is what I'm going to say about that fight. That fight was spectacular. Now look. A lot of people are hating on Teofimo Lopez because he's young, brash, he's cocky, his dad is a dick, but he won the fight. Loma, if you look at the CompuBox numbers, Loma landed far fewer punches. He was much more accurate. He landed in the 40 percentile range, and Loma was in the mid 20s or maybe 30, but Loma was much more accurate. Lopez was a tiger, a monster. He had counter punches everywhere, and he made Loma look old. And that's what it is. There was a 10-year gap between the two. There was a 9-year gap between the two. Lopez is 23. Do the math. 9 years younger than Loma. So Loma looked old. I mean, that's what Lopez did to him. Loma is the stronger guy. Lopez is the stronger guy, the bigger guy. But what a lot of people didn't expect is that Lopez is also the faster guy. Lopez had everything that youth could afford to give a fighter. And Loma, he really did look older and slower. His boxing IQ was maybe better than Lopez, but Lopez really showed what his boxing IQ was. It elevated to the same level that Loma is at. I keep switching up those names because Loma Lopez sounds the same. Both start with an L. But speaking of L, Loma lost. Loma, he's a 2-time gold medalist. But what happens in boxing, just youth is afforded a lot of mistakes, and Loma could not capitalize because he did not have the tools needed to beat Lopez. He didn't have the speed, he didn't have the size, he didn't have the power. He might have had the better footwork, but Lopez was able to outsmart Loma at times, and it was really amazing because Loma is a 2-time gold medalist, and Lopez, they both have been training their entire life. Both men, both boxers have been training since they were a kid. Their trainers are their fathers, just like Mayweather. In boxing, a lot of the greats, their fathers are their trainers because they started so young. But Lopez, he did his signature patented backflip at the end of the fight. It was a really, really good, entertaining fight. Now, could Loma have won? He might have been able to win if he started his attacks earlier in the fight. In the first couple of rounds of the fight, it looked like Lomachenko was just trying to get a feel for what Lopez was going to do in the fight, and it looked like he was just collecting data. He didn't throw a lot of punches, and so he gave up 5 easy rounds. Rounds 1 through 5, it just went to Lopez. Lopez was the hungrier fighter. Lopez was the fighter that really outworked Loma. It really showed in the fight that Lopez wanted it more than Loma. I mean, Lopez was throwing much more than Loma was. Lopez was throwing a lot of punches, and he was outworking Loma. And that's what you want to see in a fight. You want to see who's outworking who. So my hat is off to Teofimo Lopez. He is world class. He unified the division. He has 4 belts. He's undisputed in the 135-pound division. What's next for Teofimo Lopez. Devin, he called out Devin Haney, but sky's the limit for this kid. Anyways, if you made it this far into the video, I love you guys. Eat healthy, be healthy, sleep well, live well. Don't forget to subscribe.